What's going on, Wolfpack? You're very welcome to another video here on Degenerate Watch. Thank you very much for joining me. In this video we're off to the city of Orlando in Florida, and we haven't got a Florida man for you, we have a Florida woman, a Florida ex-girlfriend in fact. And this silly lady ended up getting herself arrested for vandalising what she thought was her ex-boyfriend's car. However, it turned out to be his neighbour's instead. I'm sure that'll make it awkward at the neighbourhood get together. Let's take a look. In the early hours of the morning on the 26th of February this year, deputies from the Volusia County Sheriff's Office responded to a vandalism call regarding a young woman who was spray painting a car. When deputies arrived at the scene, they spotted two young women in the area, one of whom had yellow spray paint on her pants. Deputies made contact with the two women who were aged 18 and 16. When deputies questioned the 18-year-old, they said she admitted that she was upset with an ex-boyfriend and decided to throw eggs and spray paint his car. So let's head over to the scene and take a look.
Stop. Stop.
No, I wasn't involved in this. I wasn't involved in
Who
this.
is involved?
I wasn't involved in this.
Alright, shut your car off. Who is this? Hey. I don't care. Stay over here. Stay over here.
I'm not involved with this.
I don't care. I told you to stay right there.
Just stay there.
Central, I'm out with him. You guys can come on over to the far side.
In my experience, when an officer rolls up on a scene and somebody on scene starts immediately protesting their innocence without being prompted to, I think they have a lot more going on than they're claiming.
Motor 91, you busy? Appreciate it. How old are you? 18. That's not too smart to be chugging down some Four Locos and be driving a car. This one's not involved, but she has yellow spray paint from head to toe. Have a seat.
I was on it.
Have a seat. Jesus. She's definitely involved. I don't know if you guys saw, but she's covered in yellow spray paint. And she threw all of her dope over here.
I tried picking up the number, but nobody's answering.
You really need to try harder to try to be sneaky because you are god awful. And you guys spray painted the wrong damn car. Yeah, it's that neighbor's car.
The not-so-artistic ex-girlfriend turned out to be 18-year-old Evelina Fabianski from the Deltona area. She was charged with criminal mischief, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, possession of alcohol under 21 years of age, and driving under the influence. According to the deputies, they also witnessed her driving her vehicle with two open Four Locos in plain view. The 16-year-old, on the other hand, was charged with possession of marijuana over 20 grams, which deputies found while searching her bag. Deputies also found an empty bottle of Crown Royal, a weighing scales and a can of yellow spray paint while searching the vehicle. The car the girls vandalised turned out not to be her ex-boyfriend's but that of one of his neighbours, Mr. John Edwards. And I think Mr. Edwards must be a very laid back and chill guy because he seems to have taken it all in his stride. He said it's crazy too, they chose the perfect colour to pop off of black. He says he had taken a razor blade and scraped the paint off the windows of the car so he could see to drive, but his next concern is figuring out how to fix all of the damage. Honestly, I do not know. Right now everybody's telling me I can get WD-40 and some graffiti remover, but obviously I don't want to do that until I go to court. Now Mr. Edwards is left to clean up the mess, but he had one piece of advice for the scorned lady. He said, "You're 18, there's no point to ruin your life this early over a guy. It makes no sense." And I think he's absolutely right, and fair play to him for being so chill about it. And I really hope he does get some sort of compensation for the damage that was caused to his vehicle. But what we have here in this incident is just a symphony of stupidity. You have driving under the influence, criminal damage, possession of drugs, and then probably because they were intoxicated they weren't able to formulate a plan to make a getaway. And then the best thing she can come up with is to dump the drugs in front of the car that she just vandalised, as if that's going to fly. You know, this is the sort of nonsense that makes an amateur operation look professional. Let's hope these girls can learn from this lesson, and I hope Mr. Edwards gets his car sorted out. Nothing worse than putting your hard-earned money into a vehicle and then somebody coming along and ruining it. Now guys, I know you won't be surprised to find out that Miss Fabianski there isn't the first scorned Florida ex-girlfriend that's decided to take matters into her own hands. Let me take you back to the time, guys, and the time is September 2016. The location is Clearwater in Florida, and the suspect at the time, then aged 19 years of age, was Carmen Chambly, and she was caught on CCTV footage starting a fire in the trunk of a Honda, which she thought was her ex-boyfriend's, but it turned out it wasn't. And in that case, once she was identified, she was arrested and charged with second-degree arson. The actual owner of the vehicle was a Mr. Thomas Jennings, and he said that he had no idea who the woman was. He said he exited his residence at the urging of his alarmed roommate, only to see the giant blaze that was once his Honda Civic. Police at the time said that the woman was seeing red because she thought her ex owed her $100. When she found what she thought was his car, she smashed the windshield. But once she did break the windshield, she managed to get some of her blood on the car, and that's when she decided to set it on fire to cover up the evidence. Witnesses said that the suspect fled the scene on a bicycle, but she didn't manage to lay low for too long because deputies from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office caught up with her about a week later and arrested her. She admitted to police that she was trying to get revenge on her ex-boyfriend and thought that that was his car. I did a good bit of digging to try find out what sentence she actually got in the end, but I wasn't able to find out any information about what happened after. But what I was able to find out is that in the state of Florida, a second-degree felony for arson is when one intentionally lights a dwelling or structure on fire where no one is present. For instance, lighting a convenience store on fire after opening hours. The penalties are up to 15 years in prison and a maximum fine of $10,000. But whatever sentence she did end up with in the end, I bet she feels pretty stupid because all she ended up with was a felony charge, and it wasn't even her ex-boyfriend's car who she set on fire. So a completely pointless endeavour, and she's only really caused herself more hassle. But there's one final surprising twist in this tale. Thomas Jennings, the owner of the car that was accidentally torched, found out that he had an outstanding warrant out of Pasco County, so he ended up getting taken to jail and losing his car on the same morning. Not a good day all round. Plenty of lessons to be learned for all the suspects in today's video, and I hope they're just capable of taking on board that information and learning something from it. I'm not quite sure if Mr. Jennings was unaware of that warrant. I do have sympathy for him though, the fact that he got locked up and lost his vehicle on the same day. And if he was aware of the warrant, well then my advice for him in future is to take care of his business and he won't get any nasty surprises. Although saying that, that won't protect him from the crazy ex-girlfriends that be lurking down there. Honestly guys, you just couldn't write this stuff that comes out of Florida. And I'm telling you, if all these mad ex-girlfriends keep coming out of the woodwork down there, we may have a new series on our hands. The Scorned Ex-Girlfriends of Florida. Well guys, that just about wraps things up for this video. I do thank you very much for joining me, and if you did enjoy the video, I would really appreciate it if you go down below and drop us a like. All the important links are down below in the description, so if you'd like to follow us on social media or you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so through some of the links down below there. And I can't forget to give a massive shout out to the crew of legends that are my channel members. Thank you very much guys for your continued support and encouragement. As ever, it is very much thoroughly appreciated. And if you'd like to join the Wolf Pack, you can find out more information on becoming a channel member at the link down below in the description. Also, a big shout out to everyone that's watching this with me on the premiere, our premiere squad. Thank you very much for joining me guys. As always, I'll be back in the next couple of days with another video. I do hope you'll join me then, but if you're looking for something else to watch, why not check out one of the videos that should be appearing on screen now. Until next time guys, stay safe, take care, peace.